Hello. Hi guys. How's it going? Welcome everyone. What's good? There's only 3 people here. Let's wait for more people to join. How's it going? We're trying out new stuff. The camera's new. Well, not the camera, but the camera angle. We're multicasting to YouTube and Twitch, so sorry for that. So we're Manuel. Hey, how's it going? So we're multicasting to YouTube and Twitch. So we might run into some trouble during the stream, but I'll figure it out as we go. Let me open my reference folder. I made some pretty good progress last night. If everything goes well, we'll be test printing this guy tonight. Probably not post, but at least all the elements should be there. It's kind of still a blockout, but it's getting there. It's getting all the elements. Let me grab a shoulder reference since I really don't like the way it's looking right now. Let me just grab that real quick. Hey Manuel, are you coming from the Udemy server? Looking for a reference picture. Give me a sec, I'm looking for an image. Welcome everyone who's tuning in. Welcome. Okay, this picture is fine. Awesome. All right. Let's do this. So I still don't have my UI. I know last night I said I would have my UI by today, but with the multicasting thing and setting it up, I just forgot about it again. So we'll stick to this old UI one more night. The Discord one, yes. Awesome. Welcome. Glad to have you here. So let's make this look a little bit more natural. I kind of want the muscles on the arms to pop. That way, when printed, There's a dog upstairs, and I can hear him run all over the place. So yeah, I want the muscles to pop so that on the print it looks good at a distance, and it will also paint better. With a nice wash, it should pop all the muscle details. So let's try to put all that detail in there. Try to make it noticeable at a distance. I don't want this line to be too sharp, so I'm trying to get rid of it just a little bit. Make it look a little bit more natural. Let's grab our move brush and move this part of the arm around a little bit just to make it look a little bit better. I'll try to create a better looking silhouette. Let's make that shoulder pop a little bit more. Welcome to all of you guys who are tuning in, either on Twitch or YouTube. Welcome. So cool to have you here. Tonight's stream won't be as long as last night's because got a couple things to do later tonight, but we'll try to get this miniature to a good point so that we can start test printing. Alright, let me just look for another reference picture. Real quick. Okay. Is this music good? Can you hear me well, or is it too loud? Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Awesome. I'm not committing to anything right now. I'll still be moving stuff around. Just want to get this to a decent point and then move on. Need to block out all the elements before start detailing too much. There you go. Looks better. Let's work a little bit on the hand. I think it looks a little bit weird right now, so it could use a little bit of work. I want these fingers to be a little bit not only chubby but kind of square. I think it goes with the overall look of the character a little bit better than just having them be big. And for that, I'm gonna grab my pinch brush and just pinch a little bit on the corners of the fingers. Oh, I forgot to post on Patreon. Give me 1 second. Let's just grab the link. By the way, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. We're like 13 subscribers away from claiming our own URL. So if you subscribe to us, that would mean a lot to us. It'd be great to have our own URL instead of having one random, the random URL YouTube assigned us. So let me just grab the. Okay, my monitor is way up there. There you go. Let me just create a quick post here. All right, it's good. And let's continue. Oh. There you go. Awesome. So let's continue working. And this fingers will need a lot of work. But not right now. I don't want to overdo them before posting them, because then I'm gonna lose a lot of detail once I post all the character. So let's just try to work with the general shapes and save detail for later. This part looks kind of weird. So I'm looking at my reference and I'm trying to exaggerate some of the shapes. This one here just looks too weird. So let's get rid of it. Something like that looks way better. Okay. All right, let's jump to another part of the sculpt. What could it be? What are we missing? So the apron still looks kind of boring, so we could work with that. Hey, welcome guys. All of you guys tuning in on YouTube, welcome. We're also using Twitch now for the first time today. Alright, so this bag doesn't look bad, but I think if we had some stitches it would look way better. So let's add that, and for that, since this is for printing and even for animation or games, I would do it this way most of the time. I just like to have it have all the stitching done in a separate mesh. That way I can assign color to it when texturing, if it's for a video game or animation, and I can create an ID map for them. Then it's very easy to texture. And for 3D printing, I tend to exaggerate everything, including the stitching. So I'm gonna make pretty fat stitches so that they hold up even when the print is very small. So let's zero mesh this. Do that. Welcome everyone on Twitch as well. Oh, there's a couple of people now. Welcome. Commander, K-Boys, So Cool, Eccentricate. Welcome all of you. So I'm gonna do something like that, and then I'll put it in place. Hey Jacob, how's it going? So even though it's intersecting everything else, it'll hold up once printed. So it's all about YouTube. Well, we're also on YouTube, and I think there's more people on YouTube. Yeah. Wasn't you the one who requested Twitch in the first place? Or am I mistaken? Let's duplicate, move it around. What do you guys think about the music? Is this better, or do you want to hear something else? I wanted it to be a little bit more epic than usual, but this is not epic at all, even though the playlist is called something like epic music for streaming or for sculpting, something like that. So yeah, now let's try to make a couple of variations on size. Huh. You can do either. All right. I'm looking at both chats. I got something called Restream, and it actually gives me one chat and tells me when where the message is coming from, so I can see all of them. Don't worry. What's a pain in the ass? Looking at... Yeah, it's pretty easy. I thought it would be harder to set up, but it was pretty straightforward actually. It took me like 25 minutes. Alright, so let's make sure that looks good. And I'm being very mindful of the spacing between each object. Like, I'm trying to avoid having stitches be the same size or have the same rotation or be at the same distance from one another. Don't know if I'm being clear, but I'm just trying to make them look random, even though I'm placing them by hand. Which is important because if you're not paying attention while doing this, without noticing it, you'll be creating patterns, so you'll be distancing them apart from each other the same way over and over, and making them all the same size and the same length. So be very mindful of that, and don't be afraid to change things over and over. Yeah, I mean, let me show you something. So, where is it? That's... So I'm gonna show you the one of the upcoming minis. This is already finished, so there's just a couple things I gotta work with in terms of the images and renders, but the miniature is already finished. And I don't know if it's noticeable, but it has very tiny stitching, and it looks good on render, but unless you print it like 7 inches tall, you won't be able to notice that. So that's why I try to avoid that kind of stitching. I didn't make this one myself, and I mean it looks awesome, but it's a problem, especially for 3D printing. For other kinds of projects, you won't find this issue at all. We could also duplicate this and make them a little bit smaller as well, just in case someone tries to or wants to print at a bigger scale. But probably won't add a lot of them, because then it'll start looking messy. Yeah, the blacksmith came out pretty good. It's coming out not today, probably tomorrow or Saturday. I already have a few prints of it, and came out pretty good. Not as easy as I would like to. There's some supports needed for the print, but in the end, it looks really cool. Alright, so I think this is too much. Or is it? Let's keep it for now. I'm gonna duplicate and put it on this one as well. Let's duplicate again and move it around. Alright, so it's kind of boring to just be placing all of these stitches, so I'm gonna do one more and then continue with something else, and I'll come back to it later. That's it. Alright. I'll try to make these boots look a little bit more finished, so I'm gonna add a couple of details and polish some of the parts. Let's start with this part, which should be metal. Let's make it look more like that. I'll be adding in a couple of subdivisions already. How do I do this? Like that. Again, I don't wanna same issue with this as in the hand. I don't wanna overdo it right now until we have the final pose. Otherwise, we'll be losing a lot of detail once it's posed. So really quickly, I'm gonna just add some detail. And let's add subdivision to the boots. Since they are made out of leather, we can add a couple of wrinkles. Not too small, because leather's kind of heavy. There you go. And let's do the same for the parts around. Yeah, for sure, make as much requests as you want. Alright, let's add more wrinkles. This part here, near the metal. That way I can see what brushes you use and follow along in future videos. What do you mean? Oh, the webcam pointing at the keyboard? Yeah, sure. Probably not right now because I have the webcam. I glued it to, well, it's not glued, but it's strapped to the microphone instead of being on top of the monitor. So I would have to make a couple of things to get that working. But probably next week I'll be getting a new webcam since we're almost reaching our Patreon goal. The display. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Let's move that. All right. Actually, what I'm gonna wait. Can you see the? I have my brushes on the bottom side. This all. Actually, I'm only using these 5. I have them mapped to my keyboard. So move topological. That's number 1 on my keyboard. Then hard polish. That's number 2. Clay will be 3. Pinch is 4, and the cracks that orb made, that's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why I'm always tapping on my keyboard. But yeah, those are the 5 I'm using. If you see me use something else, it'll probably be inflate, which I'll put in here, and clay buildup, which is in here. But that's probably it. If yeah, but speaking of the camera, I'm gonna get another camera and probably will be pointing that towards the tablet and the keyboard. But that's gonna be probably next week or in 2 weeks. Oh, also another one I use from time to time is the regular move brush. Mostly use that when I'm using the transpose mesh tool. The braid, let's add a couple of divisions, as well as the hair. What I love about this brush, the Orb Cracks brush, which you can get from Orb's Gumroad. Just Google Orb ZBrush brush pack or something like that, and you'll know what I'm talking about if you don't already own them. They're free and they're awesome. What I love about that brush is it's good for almost any kind of material. I use it for metal, wood, hair, muscles. You know them? Yeah, they're pretty good. One of my favorite brush packs. Yeah, brush packs. So, did you get the ZBrush license already, or are you still using, what were you using, Sculpt or ZBrush Core? Hey, Isuther. Cool sculpt, thank you. Glad you like it. We're gonna be 3D printing this guy very soon. You love the sculpt, but you can't. Why? Personal project before you start a new one. Oh, gotcha. You texturing that? Give me 1 sec. Sorry for that. Why you can't start a new one? You're stuck with textures or something? Oh, you're building skin shader. Awesome. What are you using for that, Arnold? Yeah, no, man, I get it. You should finish that before starting something else, or you'll end up like me, with 1,000 unfinished projects. Houdini and Redshift. Awesome. Sounds really cool. Yeah, for sure. Can you show us? You have yeah, sure. Go for it. Send us the link and I'll put it on screen so that everyone else can see. By the way, for all of you guys on YouTube, that's Twitch chat, so I'll be putting the link on screen. So don't worry. All right, let's see. Dude, you're going for that fine detail. That's awesome. Let me just switch this thing. There you go. So you're creating a skin shader. You created the albedo map. All of the scatter maps, specular, displacement. This looks pretty good. Did you sculpt all this, or is this procedurally made? Like, are you using pre-made displacements or photographs? Gotcha. Project Kerrigan, where is that? Oh, that's the one. Awesome. This is gonna be so sick once it's done. Whew. It all looks very cool. Nice. Nice job, man. Nice job. So you started in here. The lower you go, the older. Oh yeah, yeah, I can tell. How much time have you been working on this? A couple of months? Can I, oh, I thought that would have taken me to your ArtStation profile. How can I follow you on ArtStation? Can I do that from here? There you go. Let's follow. I want to save this. You got some pretty interesting stuff here, man. This looks pretty cool. Great. Looks pretty good, man. Congrats. Let's turn this on again. Alright, so let's continue duplicating these things. Yeah, a lot of work. Yeah, I can tell. Hola, Chris. How's it going? VFX on top of the model. That'll be cool. That'll be a cool piece to look at. I'll make sure to check it once every now and then to see how it's going. So are you a VFX artist or some sort of technical artist? Todo muy bien, Chris, gracias. I learned myself. I don't know why I try to be a generalist. I know that feel. To me, it's also most fun being a generalist. Even though I'm mostly hired as an environment artist, I usually end up doing all sort of things. And I think it's, at least to me, it feels better. Sometimes, well, you just get tired of doing the same over and over. You haven't got any 3D job? Keep looking. There's a lot of opportunities. So just keep looking. I'm sure you'll get one. Soon enough, you keep sending applications. I'm sure you'll get one. Alright. I'm really liking how these stitches look. It'll be a matter of polishing them later on. For now, they look good enough. Now, I'm still not happy with the apron. Looks unfinished. I mean, it's unfinished, but it looks boring, not unfinished. Boring. That's what I wanted to say. So let me just think for a second. Okay, so let's first get rid of the subdivisions, and let's separate this part from this part. Alright, now let's close holes in here. I'm gonna go to geometry, modify topology, close holes, and it'll close this hole here. And now what I want to do is inflate this. There you go. So this adds a little bit more to the apron. Little by little it'll start looking better. Let's close holes in here as well. Thank you for feedback. You're welcome, man. You're very welcome. Let's inflate again. Looks weird. Let's remesh the thing because it's causing a lot of issues right now, the way the geometry is organized. So let's go to remesher and remesh. And let's move this around a little bit. Make it look a little bit cleaner. I tend to prefer cleaner surfaces for 3D printing, just because it prints a little bit nicer. So I won't be adding any micro detail here, but we'll try to take it as far as we can in terms of details and the number of objects and props on top of him. Okay, now let's add some sort of button. Let's append a new cylinder. Hey, Griff Tricks, how's it going? How are you doing? What are you learning? Dwarven engineers? Awesome, where did you learn that? Learned modeling last summer to print D&D and stuff. Where did you learn? YouTube? Yeah, everything's online. Well, if you're into 3D printing, you're in the right place. We create, and by we, I mean my girlfriend, friend of mine, and I. We create models for our patrons each month. So we release, in average, 7 or 8 models each month, and you can just grab them all and 3D print them. All of the models, all of our patrons decide which models we're making the next month. You're on the champion team at Riot Games. Awesome. Yes, of course. You can post the link. So, what do you mean by champion team at Riot Games? What's that? That's a really cool model, man. What printer are you using? Yeah, the quality on that print looks amazing. Congrats, man. That's a really cool model. That's really cool. Is there another game out there besides Dota 2? Yeah, for sure. Heroes. Heroes of the Storm, man. I'm joking. How did you end up at the champion team at Riot? Oh, gotcha. I thought you were on the art side of things. Gotcha. Yeah, it's a sweet job. No doubt about it. Gotcha. No, art is a hobby for D&D because D&D is awesome. Yeah, it is awesome. So you're in LA, is that right? Awesome. It's great, man. Are you in the Blizzard building? I think Blizzard is not in LA. They're at Irvine. Oh, gotcha. Your DM said that you had a hilariously muscly goat, so you went crazy on the muscles. Hey, Zombie Zero, thank you. Glad you like it. You, the final iteration doubled the horns. So 4 horns? Is that what you mean? Oh, doubled in size. Gotcha. So, I'm about to model the first character in ZBrush tomorrow. I'm scared. Don't be. It's gonna be awesome. It's super fun. Just be patient. That's the key. Patience. When you do something like make a curve and convert it to mesh, save a copy of that curve, then you can redo it faster if you need it. Or delete it, just make it all, because redoing things is an option. Good option for learning. Yeah, that's totally true. I like your art style for this. It's cool. Thank you, man. Thank you. The miniatures we make actually, they tend to be on a wide range of styles. This one's one of the most stylized, but it's all about our patrons. They decide on what minis we're doing the next month, and for example, this mini we created it all. We threw a bunch of ideas on stream, and we've been doing it on stream since day one. So it's a collaboration between me and all of our patrons here on stream. Just started in August and still have ways to go. Well, there's always new things to learn, so just keep at it. But you're doing fine. You're on the right track. Just keep practicing. I think the legs are too close together, so I'm gonna save first of all, because I haven't saved even once since we started. Bad thing. And now let's transpose T-pose mesh. Let's just mask everything we want to move. Let's mask all of this stitching and both of this as well. Right, now let's change to lasso and there you go. Now that's looking much better. What did you do for the scales? Did you make sculpt brush for it? Oh, you mean J-armor scale. Still have some time left making the spikes the way I want. Gonna take my time, like I said. Yeah. You should. A guy that loves making brushes. Where where did you find him? Your character's a Dragonborn sorcerer? That sounds super cool. I'd like to see that once it's modeled. Alright, let's return to subtools. Really, they're not compatible? I feel like they should be. But there might be a technical limitation which I'm not aware of. I never used ZBrush Core, so I'm just saying it'll be cool for you to be able to do that. Hey, I've used Blender for, well, not recently, but I used to work with Blender a couple of years ago on an open source project. I just saw the new UI. How is it? It looks fantastic, but is it that good? By the way, welcome everyone who's tuning in. There's a lot of new people here. Don't be shy, say hi in chat. Haven't set aside time to struggle through new UI. Oh, so you're not using the newest version? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, of course, new is new. You gotta get used to it. I mean, I only all I saw was a screenshot, and it looked pretty cool. Not that it was bad before. Actually, I've always thought that Blender has one of the best UIs, in my opinion, from all of the 3D softwares I've touched. I really like Blender. The way it lets you customize it, I think it's great. Let's zero mesh this part here. Not working like that. Now the topology is much cleaner. We can add more detail. This part's tricky. Want to make it real smooth. go. I donated $20. Feel like I stole for how much I've used and how much fun I had. What do you mean? Oh, donated to Blender. Yeah, that's absolutely right. These pants look horrible, so I'm gonna work a little bit on them. Try to make them look like actual pants. So this needs to go. I don't want to go crazy with wrinkles here because of these elements I'm gonna have to break the symmetry, so I'm just gonna add in a couple of details and leave the rest for later once the guys post. But for now I just want it to look a little bit better. What game is this model for? It's not for any game. We are creating models for all of our patrons. You can check out our page, our Patreon page in the description. And we create models for 3D printing. So since there's a lot of patrons, we're trying to make them fit most mainstream games. I know most of our patrons play D&D. Some of them play Warhammer, so exactly whatever anyone wants to play with it, which is mostly dungeons, but there's also a couple of patrons who play Pathfinder. I mean, that's the beauty of 3D printing. You can just scale it to whatever your game needs and have a couple of versions depending on the game you're playing. Really like what you did with the back of the right shoulder. Thank you. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done to that mechanical arm. Right now it's just a quick block out, but I'm glad you're liking how it's looking so far. This is one of the most demanding minis we've worked on, just because I want to add a lot of details. Not a lot of details in terms of micro surface or those sort of details, but I just want to have a lot of props on top of the guy. Like, I still want to make a lot of tools and wrenches and hammers and those sort of things, and just want the guy to have a lot of tools and a lot of props. I've taken a couple of models I found online and mixed them up to importable for two. That's a real blessing with even just basic 3D skills. I once put some folds into smooth cape and it was so much better. Yeah, that's right. And it's also funny how only a couple of faults can make it look way better for 3D printing. 'Cause literally something like this could make a whole lot of difference once the model is printed. And you paint him? Did you paint him yourself? Griftix? I want to learn how to make models in the Kingdom Death art style. They look so pretty. Yeah, that game looks amazing. We've been thinking about creating a model for that, along with some sort of unofficial expansion. But we've not yet decided on what it would be. But it's definitely a cool style. Not painting anything yet. Super glad I found this stream. You're doing the things that I'm doing. That's awesome. Yeah, I know. We've been doing this for just a couple of months, and it's been so cool. We've met so many people that are into the same things as we are, and just awesome. Because it's hard to find people that like D&D in real life. Not only D&D, but board games in general. Let's see. Oh, by the way, welcome everyone. There's a lot of people tuning in on Twitch. Make sure you hit the follow button. We're using Twitch today for the first time. So far we had been only streaming on YouTube. Actually, if you could go to YouTube and subscribe to us as well on YouTube, that would be awesome, because we're like 10 people away from being able to claim our own URL. That'd be fantastic. Just saying. Putting this the engineer on this. What's that? A drill? Awesome. That looks pretty cool. Did you make that yourself? Yeah, I can't wait to see that. This guy riding the drill. Let's save again. Let's see, what time is it? It's 9 p.m. for me. We've been live for an hour and a half, probably just 30 minutes, and I'll call it a night. Doing tomorrow as well. If not tomorrow, then the day after that, on Saturday. Alright, let's break this a little bit more. Just right now it feels a little bit boring. Let's make it look a little bit torn apart. Turn out. So much progress. Thank you. I feel like there's just still a long way to go, but we're getting somewhere. I wanted to run some test prints tonight, but to be honest, I've been focusing on detailing too much and not on adding new props, so I don't think we'll be running test prints anytime soon. There's still a lot of props I want to add. You think I already have a lot of this model? Well, I just want to add a couple of wrenches and hammers. Like, he's supposed to be an engineer, not a blacksmith, so right now he looks more like a blacksmith. And there's also the mechanical arm. I mean, this is just a block out, of course. There's a lot of that needs to be made on it. But it's getting somewhere. Thinking he'll be ready probably next week. I could work on him off stream and have him ready sooner, but I don't want to do that. There's other minis I've been working off stream so that I can just keep doing it, to keep doing this live with you guys. So I'll keep it that way, and hopefully next week we'll be ready to print this guy. I'm glad you're liking it. Thank you for saying that. Was that too much? I think so. Put it back, really? Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm getting a lot of calls right now. Give me just 1 sec. Sorry, guys. Alright. Sorry for that, guys. They've just been calling me for an hour or so, so I had to pick up, make sure it wasn't anything, an emergency or something. You want to see if it shows on the resin? I'm pretty sure it will. If you print at the right size, I think it should, but we'll see. Right, let's work a little bit on the beard. At first, let's see, remesh it. There you go. Now let's subdivide. Just trying to add some detail real quick. Not gonna be final, but just trying to make it look a little bit better. looks way better than it was. Let's add some detail here as well. What do you think about the smoke coming out of the cigar? Do you like that, or should I get rid of it? Or maybe try something different. Because I kind of like how it looks, but I'm not sure about it 100%. Of course it needs a lot of work, but as a placeholder, one with and one without. Well, yeah, it's an easy part to just turn off. Alright, let me just zero mesh, smoke, see if I can make it look a little bit better. I think it does look good, just a matter of working a little bit more on it. Great. Okay, so let's do something with this part as well. Make it look a little bit better. Yeah, I think that looks better. Still need to figure something out for the bottom part. I don't know if I'm gonna just use belts or straps or something a little bit more complex. Okay. That's looking nice. And this part I'm gonna do in Maya, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is for now. Let's make this look a little bit more straight. There you go. I feel like there should be like a symbol here or something, like a rune. I don't know. Think about something and add it later. Alright. I'm gonna continue with something else because I feel like I'm just getting stuck with tiny details. And they are not really making a difference. So gonna try to step away from the detail a little bit and just get everything looking better as a whole. I like how that looks. Let's pinch this part a little bit. This one as well. I don't want to leave any gaps in here, just because it's gonna be easier to print in one piece. So just gonna inflate all of it so that there's no gaps inside. Try to make this look a little bit straighter. It's a little bit messy right now. And I can probably bring this up a lot more. Let's try this. I feel like I have to separate this into two parts, or else I won't be able to make it look as clean as I want. How would I separate? I would just flatten this piece and create a new one for the other part. Or I could split, then close holes, and yeah, and then just fill the gap. But actually, this might be good enough, right? It does look good. Of course, there's some cleanup to do, but it does look like what I wanted to. Yeah, I think that it'll be good enough for me. Not gonna separate these parts. Cool. Now, there you go. It's hard to model this sort of things this way on ZBrush, just because you most of the times you wanna have like sharp edges, and it just can be a pain to get them look clean enough. But eventually you get them. Like, it is possible to make them look as clean as you want. There you go. Alright, so I think that's gonna be it for this part, for that part, for now. Wanna work a little bit on this one. Gonna do something similar. Just like that. And I kind of want to fill the gap between the piece and the arm. So that it prints a little bit easier. I don't want any supports to be created inside that gap. That would be awful. Darth Mullen, hey, what's up? How's it going? Now he show up. Got your airbrush station today, but don't have enough power outlets to run both compressor and it, so boo. That sucks. What airbrush did you get? Does anyone know if there's a shortcut for the solo thing? Is there like something like Shift S? Control S? No. Whoops. Something. I know I might be able to create one, but is there a default one? That would be pretty handy. Oh, there's still a gap in there. Really want to get rid of it. Just before we wrap things up, let me grab a glass of water. Let me save now. Three rolls of PLA, bottle of resin, there's that. Iwata Eclipse and the Silhouette. I've been thinking about getting one, but I think I should get a new printer first. So that's a nicer brush. By the way, thank you all for being here. Everyone who's tuning in on Twitch. This is our first time broadcasting on Twitch. If you like the stream, make sure you follow, and that way we'll see each other soon again tomorrow and the next day after tomorrow as well. So Active Energy, Commander Root, host giveaway, J Armor of course, Positivity, Slow Cool, Darth Mullen of course, all of you guys on YouTube as well, Griff Tricks. Thank you all. Thank you all for hanging out. We'll be live sculpting on Saturday as well. We'll continue working on these guys, so if you guys want to tune in and chat, have a good time, make sure you follow. Right now I'm gonna be just working just a little bit more. Let's zero mesh this. Like, this topology is not working for us right now. I'll be doing this for 5-10 more minutes and then I'm gonna wrap it up. And that looks much cleaner. Try to make this part look as clean as possible. And we should probably subdivide arm. No, never mind. Let's not do that. Let's make the hand just a little bit bigger. Alright. The fingers could use a little bit of work, but we might leave them for another day. Oh, what happened here? What's... Oh gosh, what is this? This should be remeshed. Alright, so I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank you all for being here. I had a wonderful time. It's always awesome to have you here and chatting about miniatures, D&D, and sculpting. It's been great. I still don't know if I'll be able to stream tomorrow. I'll let you know on Discord. For all of you guys who are not yet on Discord, you can do that even if you're not a patron. The link is actually on Patreon on the Patreon description, so you can join there. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, all of that jazz. Alright, let's save. Happy to have you here, Darth Mullen. Glad you came. Alright, thank you all guys. I'll see you tomorrow, and probably tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then on Saturday. All right, same time, 7:30. I believe that's Central Time. All right, have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye bye.